In 2008, Marvel brought us the smash hit film Iron Man. What followed up after that within the same year was The Incredible Hulk. In 2010, director Jon Favreau followed up with a sequel to Iron Man and gave us Iron Man 2. In 2011, actor Chris Evans restored his career by playing Steve Rogers as Captain America in Captain America: The First Avenger. Then, after that, we were given the movie Thor, starring Chris Hemsworth. All these leading up to the greatest film event of 2012, The Avengers! The first great movie that me and my brother went to go see at the IMAX theater off of Market Street down in San Francisco. Now I have to confess that I have never seen the movie The Incredible Hulk. Not even gonna waste 2 hours of my life watching that movie, even after the situation where the falling out between Marvel Studios and actor Edward Norton. Actor Mark Ruffalo did a pretty good job with the material he was given here. He did really good as the character Bruce Banner. And man, every time he morphed into the Hulk, I was on the edge of my seat. One of my favorite lines in the entire movie was from actor Chris Evans as Steve Rogers. Hulk, smash. So if you don't know the storyline to this movie, here's how it goes. Nick Fury, played by Samuel L. Jackson, is with a bunch of scientists at a military base run by S.H.I.E.L.D. They're working on this interdimensional gate when things suddenly start to go wrong, and out comes Thor's stepbrother, Loki. Now, Loki is not exactly the best villain I have ever seen in any other superhero film, but he was kind of decent. Some of Loki's motivations as being a villain in this film don't quite make much sense, but you know what? I enjoyed Tom Hiddleston's performance, just the same, for doing a good job with the material he was given. So coming out of the portal, he uses a spear which contains an Infinity Stone, Marvel Easter egg, to harness its power to make everyone around him become his slave. Luckily for Nick Fury, he stays out of the path of that stone in order to not come under its power. Since Loki has escaped with his slaves, including Hawkeye, in order to seek world domination, Nick Fury is transported back to S.H.I.E.L.D. headquarters. From there, he starts assembling the Avengers initiative. And here in this montage is where our favorite superheroes come in. Iron Man, Captain America, Black Widow, played by the lovely Scarlett Johansson, Thor, God of Thunder, and last but certainly not least, Bruce Banner, aka the Hulkster! So Nick Fury brings all of our favorite heroes together in this hover carrier. And from there, they start planning on how they're going to stop Loki from taking over the world. Now this is one technique of the film that I will give director Joss Whedon a lot of great credit for. The chemistry he starts to build between our superheroes is just so brilliantly well thought out. For example, the part where Steve Rogers and Tony Stark start to butt heads in the meeting room. I must confess that I didn't quite like the character Tony Stark when I first saw him in the first Iron Man movie years ago. He just seemed too much like an egotistical jerk. But here, Steve Rogers tries to put Tony in his place. You think you're so tough? Take away your iron suit and your weapons? What are you? I'm Tony Stark, billionaire playboy and philanthropist. The humor throughout almost every scene was brilliantly played out well throughout here as well. Now, I felt that if they did not have that conflict in that scene, I felt the movie would have just went down the tubes, probably would have been a disaster. That there is one of the great moments of this film. The cast was wonderful, the action was wonderful, it was just so extravagant. I'm just glad I saw it in the IMAX theater. Yeah, there were a few problems with the storyline that you can kind of overlook, but what more than makes up for them are the thrilling action set pieces, and that's what I loved about it. The Avengers, I will give an 8 out of 10. Not exactly the greatest superhero movie of all time, but still a real delight to watch. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I'm sorry I've taken so long, just being a little too lazy to do another review ever since. Be sure to hit the link down below, hit a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you all later on the flip side. Hulk smash!